Today, we are checking out a brand new and affordable home priced just under $400,000 in the Ocala, Florida area. And this community is going to have no HOA, no CDD, and easily one of my favorite features is that this property is situated on 1/3 of an acre. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you guys stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss this one. And now before we jump into the tour, I want to give you guys a quick rundown of where we are currently located. And today we are in Ocala, Florida.
And more specifically, Marion Oaks, which is located just about 25 minutes from downtown Ocala. Ocala's historic downtown offers a great family-friendly environment. You can stroll the brick-lined streets filled with local boutiques, cozy cafes, and even art galleries. From live music at nights to weekends, farmers markets, to even horse-drawn carriage rides, there's always something going on downtown, making it the heartbeat of Ocala. Also making it a great place to consider your next hometown. And just about 15 minutes away from our location here in Marion Oaks is going to be Highway 200, where you will find just about everything you're going to need, from big-name retailers and grocery stores to hospitals, gyms, and restaurants. Highway 200 has access to it all. So whether you need to run errands or just go grab dinner, Highway 200 makes daily life in Ocala much more convenient. And we are going to be just over an hour and a half away from two of Florida's major hotspots, being Orlando and Tampa. Orlando and Tampa both housing professional sporting teams, theme parks, and so much more.
And if you're new to me or my channel, my name is Dylan Concepcion, a Central Florida real estate advisor, and I help people buy, sell, and relocate in the Central Florida area. So if you're thinking about making a move, reach out to us. All our information is going to be right here as well as in the description. So thanks for stopping by, and let's go ahead and jump into this tour. Today, we're going to be checking out a brand new custom home in the Ocala area. It's going to have 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, as well as a 3-car garage sitting on 2,478 square feet. So with that being said, let's go take a look. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. And as I step outside, I just want to make known to you guys that we have a little bit of a front porch, as you guys can see, and disregard the junk that we're seeing. Now, our home has not finished construction. We're still waiting on our construction guys to come and finish everything, as well as our cleaning crew to come and tidy the place up. So just be wary as we walk through the home. You know, if you see some dirty dust spots and so forth, that's what's going on. So as we step into the home, we step into our foyer, and we're going to have these great LVP floors throughout the entire home, paired up with our 8-foot doors and these 9-foot ceilings. And right at the very front of the home, we're going to have already this private section right at the front, which I'm actually a really big fan of. We can put a door here to make it a little bit more private, right? To make this almost like an in-law suite. And then we're gonna have our private bathroom here, as well as our first bedroom here. So let's go ahead and walk into this bathroom. You guys are gonna see we get these hexagon-shaped tiles in this bathroom with the quartz countertops and those white cabinets. We're gonna have a shower tub combo with those ceramic tiles that go all the way up to the ceiling. And now a feature I do like is that we don't only get soft close in our kitchen, but in our bathroom cabinets as well. So that's definitely a nice feature to see. It's always nice when our builder goes that little bit of extra distance for those miniature details. We do have a linen closet just right here. And now you guys are probably wondering, where is our door? As I mentioned earlier, we're still waiting on our construction guys to come and make all the finishing touches. So just keep that in mind. Again, you see a little bit of dirt here or missing door there, that's going to be taken care of, no need to worry. So as we step into our first bedroom, you guys are going to see we keep LVP flooring throughout, as well as we have 2 front-facing windows that bring in a ton of natural light during the day. And we're also going to have these double French doors, which is always nice to see when we're getting into our first closet. And now again, we have an entirely separate section of the home that could work as an in-law suite. Real fast, I do like that we have a window here. It adds a bunch of natural light to this hallway, which is definitely a nice feature. And keep in mind, I know I said we can kind of convert this into like an ensuite, in-law suite. This is going to be the only open and accessible bathroom for the home. All right, so if you are going to close this out, just be aware that that is the case here. So now as we step back into our foyer, we're going to have a nice open walk that leads directly into our living space. And we have a huge open living room where we're gonna get a ton of light, not only from our LED bulbs on our ceiling, but from all of our windows and those huge lanai pocket doors, bringing in a ton of natural light. And a feature I like to see added to homes is actually just on this wall, which is perfect for that 75-inch screen television. And if you got the 75-inch, upgrade to the 85. And if you got the 85, upgrade to the 100-inch. On that wall, we are going to have an outlet and a cable hookup right in the middle of it. So if you ever wanted to hang your television, you could day one. That archway right there takes us to our master bedroom, by the way. We usually check that out at the end of the tour. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you guys stay tuned so you can check that out. We're walking into our kitchen now, and our kitchen has a buffet bar. At least that's what I like to call it, because hear me out. On a night where you have family, friends over, let's say Thanksgiving, for example, you can just lay all the food out buffet style and everybody can come grab what they need, right? We're gonna knock this out the way. We have the soft close not only in our kitchen, but our bathroom cabinets as well. And speaking real briefly, whether you use that as a coffee bar, breakfast bar, buffet bar, whatever it may be, I love that our kitchen has that, right? So definitely a good feature that was added. We also have a refrigerator. This comes with the property, so that is lovely to see. You get your refrigerator in this home. Now we have these two tall cabinets. Now this could work as a pantry if you guys really needed it to, but we just have those two tall cabinets, which is definitely a nice feature to see. Now if we step this way, we got a lot going on. This is like a mud room where you're going to have our 3-car garage just right there, 3-car. We're gonna have our laundry room just behind me. I keep calling this a diaper changing station. I don't know what else it looks. That's what it looks like to me. So that's what I've been referring to it as. And then we have our walk-in pantry right there. So real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at how big this 3-car garage is. And now let's take a look into our laundry room. In this laundry room, we get the washer and dryer, so that is huge. And I really like the location, being that this is in the middle of the home. You know, I typically like when it's closest to the master, but it's not closest to anybody, I feel like, in this house. I feel like it's truly centrally located, which is nice. We have this walk-in pantry right here where you guys can see we get a ton of space for you guys to store all of your family's goods. And not only do you get that space, but you get, remember, the tall cabinets as well as just cabinets all throughout the kitchen. We have a ton of storage space in here. Now remember, we get our refrigerator, washer, and dryer. So the 3 appliances that never come in a home, typically don't come in a home with new construction, we get here, as well as our microwave, our oven stove, and then our dishwasher. So all those appliances come included. And just in case you guys weren't aware, in our kitchen, we have those 42-inch upper cabinets with crown molding, and we get the stainless steel hardware that pairs with the white cabinets, along with the gray subway tile backsplash, which is always a nice feature. There are no design options in this home. What you see is typically what you get. And now I love this island. Before we leave, we gotta talk about it. We have a huge island with a breakfast bar that pairs along with that single deep sink, and I love me my single deep sinks. So now, as we step out of our kitchen, just this way is going to be 2 bedrooms and then a bathroom. But behind you guys is going to be our dining space. So real quick, let's take a look at that dining space. We get a ton of natural light in this dining area due to the 4 windows that we have here. And you guys can see it's a good amount of space. So you guys are able to fit a great sized dining table that offers a great environment to enjoy your family meals. And now we'll continue down our hall. And as I mentioned, we're gonna get our next 2 bedrooms, bedroom number 2 and 3, just adjacent from each other. And they have 2 features that I really like that they did with these 2 that we didn't see in the first. But before we take a look at our bedrooms, real quick, we have a linen closet just right here. And now stepping into bedroom number 2, we are going to have the same LVP floors that we saw in our first bedroom. We get them all throughout the home, as well as a single window. And what we didn't see in bedroom number 1 is going to be a walk-in closet. We get that extra space in this bedroom. So coming this way, we're going to step into our bathroom. And yes, it connects directly to our next bedroom. We have a Jack and Jill. That's the feature that we didn't see in the first one. I like that we have the privacy between the shared bedrooms. And in this bathroom, we have the same granite countertops that we saw in our kitchen, on top of that double vanity sink, as well as our shower tub combo with those ceramic tiles that go all the way up to the ceiling. And like I said, Jack and Jill, so it connects directly to our next bedroom, bedroom number 3, with the same LVP floors that we saw, as well as a single window. And of course, we get the walk-in closet in this bedroom as well. And after we take a look at this walk-in closet, let's go ahead and head over to the lanai to check out our backyard space. And we're going to have these glass pocket doors that take us directly to our covered lanai, which overlooks our spacious backyard space. And remember guys, this property sits on over 1/3 of an acre. And we have finally made it to our master bedroom section. And before we step into our master, there is a small closet just right here. And now since there's one shelf, technically this is a coat closet. Not that I would utilize it as a coat closet. You guys let me know what you would use it for though. Now we are going to step into our master, and we have a huge master bedroom in this home. As soon as you step in, you get those 2 rear facing windows, as well as you get greeted by these huge tray ceilings that go all throughout the master. And you guys can truly feel it just from me standing here, that there is a ton of space as I slowly backpedal to these barn doors just behind me. And now you may ask, what's behind the barn doors? And now, in the master bedroom, what else other than our master bathroom, of course. So let's go ahead and walk in. As soon as we walk in, we're actually gonna have a linen closet just right here. So let's take a quick look. And now something that I love is, of course, it's not banging with no doors because they put a barn door here. Very smart, good job, builders. Now stepping further into our master, we're going to have an all glass step-in shower enclosure. And you guys see we have those ceramic tiles that go all the way to the ceiling, as well as a window which lets in a little bit of natural light, which I do like to see. It's always nice when you get a little bit of light coming into the master bathroom. And then just to the left of me, we're going to have this huge double his and hers vanity sink, where you guys can see you get a lot of countertop space. And what I like is that we have a lot of these wide cabinets with the soft close. To the right of me, we do have our water closet, or our throne room, where you guys will see that we actually also get a window in here too, which is always nice. So, you know, you guys can just open that window up and air it out. Behind me, we are going to step directly into our walk-in closet. So let's go. We also get a window in our master closet too. And guys, you know I love my natural light, so having that in here is also a plus for me. And my apologies guys, real quick, I just wanted to mention these 2 features before we end the tour today, which is going to be these hexagon shaped tiles in our bathroom, as well as we get the same quartz countertops in our bathrooms that we saw in our kitchen. And now that is going to conclude our tour for the day. So thanks for stopping by guys, I truly do appreciate it. All that's left for you guys to do is stick around for Coach C and his numbers breakdown, and I'll catch y'all in the kitchen for the outro. Peace. Welcome back everybody, and thanks for stopping by my class. My name is Coach Contra, and we're gonna jump straight into it today, starting off with our home value, which clocks in right at a value of $399,900. And we're gonna do some quick math to find out what a monthly payment looks like on a home like this. So with our home value of $399K, we are going to use an FHA loan, which comes at a down payment of 3.5% with a credit score of 580 to qualify, with our down payment being $13,996, so just under $14K. We are also going to have an interest rate at 6.5%, which is our current market average right now, giving us a monthly payment of $439. And then you'll add on your PMIs, your insurances, and your tax estimates on afterwards. And now our community has no HOA and no CDD, so those are 2 fees you guys will not have to worry about, saving you a little bit of extra change in that pocket every single month. And now jumping forward, we're going to jump into our tax estimate. And guys, keep in mind, I am not a lender. These numbers I bring to you guys are for educational purposes only, to give you guys an idea where to start. So don't go attacking nobody saying, oh, but Coach C, Listen guys, these numbers are for educational purposes only. If you want the most accurate information, reach out and we'll get connected so we can find out what these numbers actually look like. And the tax estimate for our home closing at $399,000 is going to be $4,160. And now with that being said, we're going to jump forward into some additional loan options. Obviously, we used FHA for our example. Our most common loan options that we see are conventional and VA, as well as USDA. So kicking it off with our conventional loan, the most common down payments we see are 3%, 5%, and 10%. At 3%, our down payment is going to be $11,997. At 5%, our down payment is going to be $19,995. And at 10%, our down payment is going to be $39,990 with a credit score of 620 to qualify. And now I'm frequently asked, what's the main difference between FHA and conventional? Why would I pay 5, 10 if I can pay 3.5 or 3? And it's super simple. And now if we are going to be paying a higher down payment, it's typically because you are my second-time home buyers, and my second-time home acquirers are required to pay a higher down payment. And now as far as the main difference between FHA and conventional, it's going to be that PMI, our primary mortgage insurance. And now with a conventional loan, PMI actually goes away at 20% versus with an FHA loan, that PMI stays there the entire duration of the loan, so the entire 15 to 30 years. Now, if you're thinking about it and you don't want to pay PMI, you can actually put 20% down on a conventional loan and have it completely taken off. But if you need to go to FHA for down payment or credit purposes, it's okay. Once you hit that 20% equity mark, you can actually refinance out of that FHA into a conventional and have that PMI taken off, saving you that extra change at the end of every month. Now moving forward, we're going to jump into our next two loans. They are 100% financing loans, and we're going to start off with our USDA loan. It is a 100% financing loan with a credit score of 640 to qualify. And now there are guidelines that our buyers have to be approved in order to qualify for this loan. So keep that in mind, guys, when utilizing this information. And now moving forward, we're going to jump into our final loan of the day. It's going to be our VA. So shout out to all my veterans out there. We truly do appreciate everything you guys do. And the VA appreciates it so much that they hook it up with a 100% financing loan. It's a big whopping $0 down, with a credit score of 620 to qualify, meaning that all my veterans have to bring to their closing table is their closing costs. Speaking of which, that is going to be our final segment of the day. And I calculate closing costs at a rule of thumb of 4%. Now, on average, a good rule of thumb could be 3%, depending on builder and other factors as well. So I use 4% just to give you guys a little bit of that extra buffer room. So at a rule of thumb of 4%, our closing cost is going to be $16,000. And that is going to be my final segment of the day. So thanks for stopping by, and back to you, Dylan. Thank you, Coach C. We appreciate you as always. And as you guys can see, we are back in the kitchen. And as a final recap today, we were in Ocala, Florida, once again, checking out our builder's custom home. It has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and sits at a square footage size of 2,478 square feet. And now this is usually the point in the video where I take a quick second to say thank you. If you guys are still watching, or if you've been showing love and supporting my channel thus far, I truly do appreciate it. And the support means the world to me. And if you haven't heard me say it yet, my name is Dylan Concepcion, a trusted Central Florida real estate advisor. And I go all over Central Florida, touring new construction communities and homes, so you guys don't have to. So if you found any value in today's video or my previous content, you should, 1, consider hitting that like button and subscribing, because it is free and it helps my channel go a long way, and who don't love free things? But 2, it keeps you guys in the loop so you aren't missing any opportunities similar to this one. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.